welcome back. So I'm going to start off with my tahini pecan pie filling, and I'm going to use this arrowroot powder. I got it at Whole Foods. So I'm just going to switch hands here, and I'm going to scoop it out with this spoon. So here goes the arrowroot powder. I'll use a lot just because I'd like it to be thick. And up next, I will put in the tahini. There's the tahini. And I'm just gonna eyeball this. I guess that's part of the fun aspect of cooking, where we just eyeball the ingredients, especially like when we're making homemade food, especially well, for me, I do vegan vegetarian food. I'd like to keep it vegan, but I guess it is different than eating out at the restaurant, because at the restaurant, I mean, like, you know, at restaurants everything has to be perfect, and like everything is probably measured, and at home we have the option of measuring our food or not measuring our food. And I believe that cooking and baking, especially vegan food, is all about having fun with the ingredients, having fun, you know, incorporating the ingredients into our lifestyle, especially getting used to them, and especially learning the scents and the smells, especially, and the feeling of the food, or the types of vegan ingredients. And through time they can grow on people, and that's the fun part about vegan cooking, is that there's so many different alternatives to the traditional cheese or the traditional baking ingredients. Like, especially for gluten-free baking, we can use bean flours, soy flours, rice flour, sorghum. There's just a lot of fun, healthy, nutritious options that are available for vegan gluten-free cooking. Especially cheeses and milks too. Like, there's cashew cheese, there's soy cheese, there's almond cheese. The options are just really natural, they're really fun. They're just really great alternatives to the traditional cooking that's like everywhere, especially in America. I mean, in different parts of the country, there'll be different types of cooking and different ingredients, but especially in America, everything's like plain old, typical, you know. But vegan cooking, gluten-free cooking, and especially both together, there's a lot more international options, and that's what makes cooking at home just really fun, because we get to broaden our horizons, we get to, you know, expand what we're used to. We can identify different types of ingredients, and it just makes me especially a better person. And I really cherish my vegan gluten-free lifestyle. So I've added quite a bit of tahini. Now I'm going to move on to the brown rice syrup, and I'm just going to use the remaining of this jar, and I have another jar that I could use. I also have maple syrup and coconut nectar, so those would be really fun to use in there. Okay, this is going to take a while to come out. Why don't I just put this upside down on the lid over here so it can come out. And what I'm going to use next is some low glycemic sweetener. And there's not too much sugar, not too many carbohydrates in here, so this is a really good healthy option. It's labeled as more nutritious than agave, and this is USDA organic, gluten-free, non-GMO, fat-free, and vegan. So that's what the top looks like. I'm just gonna pour some on in. Let's see. Should I use this or should I use agave? Well, let me go get my agave. Reach up here. Alrighty, got my organic raw blue agave sweetener. I cherish this stuff. I love it. Just because it's a sugar alternative and it's a vegan product, and it's just a really fun ingredient to work with. And it just broadens my horizons about baking or cooking, especially because it takes me away from the typical sugar that everybody seems to be using. So I'm just going to add some agave in here. And I'm not going to measure it, I'm just going to eyeball it here. So agave is going in. And coconut nectar going in. Oh, first, let me add my brown rice syrup. Okay, let me try this. Get this out of here. Okay, so I'll just put this down here. And this is coming out here. So it mostly went like inside of the jar. That's the fun part about using brown rice syrup. Okay, so most of this came out on the lid right here, so just for that to come out on there like so. So, vegan gluten-free baking is really fun. I came up with this recipe idea. And I came up with it because ever since I incorporated more of like a hardcore vegan gluten-free lifestyle into my life, I just really love tahini, just because it's a great source of iron, and it's essential for women to consume iron, keep bodies healthy. So I thought this would be a nice idea and healthy. And as I said before, you can also use almond butter, and yeah. So, oops, I didn't mean to drop that. I guess I could just. Okay. So good and earthy and savory, and it does need a little bit of sweetener from the tahini there. So let me set this over here. Here, I'll try to focus it on the pie there. And I'm going to try to open my brown rice syrup. If my hands will be do it. Alright, so I opened it. I'm so excited. Okay. So this is what it'll look like. A brand new jar of maple syrup. La la la. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour this in here. Okay, that's about good. Isn't that wonderful how brown rice can make a syrup? That's amazing. Alrighty. So next up, I'm going to use something to mix this around with. Let's see how this is doing. Mix this around a little. And up next, I will add my pecans. Alrighty. So I was thinking about leaving them whole. Have those really large bites of pecans. So why don't I just leave them whole? These are the ones I'm using. As you can see. So let me take a picture of this and I'll be right back.